Good morning, everyone. It's Mary Jo Snyder from MJ Shady Inkers. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you are watching me live on my Sunday Live with MJ. Thanks for being here. Just give me one moment so I can share this to my page. I hope everybody's having a nice weekend, a nice long weekend. Wait for a few people to jump on. And make sure my volume's down on that as I drop everything on the floor. That only took me about 5 seconds into my video. Okay, hi Lori, hi Ellen, good morning everyone. So today I'm featuring the Gilded Autumn Suite, and I know I highlighted that when I received my pre-order. I showed you some products within, but I haven't really shared a whole lot of projects made. I shared products, not projects. I always do that. Hi Judy, welcome. This is today's host code for this week, from today until Friday the 11th. If you purchase $35 or more before tax and shipping, you will earn the make and takes that I create for you today, and there are several. So perfect time to get your fall and holiday through the August, December mini catalog, all those products that you have been checking out. It's a perfect time for you to purchase in order to get these make and takes. Also, if you purchase $150 or more, please do not use this host code. I would rather you benefit from the host rewards if you purchase a large order. So I will still send you the make and takes if you purchase that larger order. The benefit of spending $35 also is because you can receive the September 2020 Demo Design Dream Team PDF tutorial. 16 demonstrators that are amazingly talented demonstrators contribute projects every month for the Demo Design Dream Team PDF tutorial, and purchasing $35 from our online store earns you this free PDF, and it's got a lot of stuff from the new catalog. Actually, that's all we're featuring in this tutorial this month. So there's Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, all those fall, not even strictly holiday. You can change it up and it's just the fall winter season. You don't have to do the you can use different products to incorporate with these designs, I guess is what I'm saying. So that will earn you that PDF. So I'll show you this again at the end of my broadcast. Also, you can find the link to my online store as well as that host code in the description of this video. Also, I want to remind you this Get and Go Amazing Starter Kit promotion that is through the month of September. You get 2 free stamp sets, the Queen Anne's Lace stamp set and So Much Love stamp set, a package of rhinestone basic jewels, and 4 kits to make these cards. And I don't have pictures of the finished cards, but you do receive instructions on how to do that as well. And there are 4 kits of each. Everything's cut for you. So if you are interested in becoming a demonstrator and wanting to hold a class of your own, you can certainly use those kits for a class and just jump right in and offer something to your friends and family. If not, you can just make those cards, and win-win, you have 8 cards to send out to friends and family. So great deal. It's $99 plus tax. Shipping is free. And another good thing to think about is that awesome Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. That machine is $120. So when you create your starter kit, you get $125 worth of product. So if you purchase the Stamp, Cut, and Emboss machine with your starter kit, you literally are only paying $99. So you're saving $21 on that machine, plus getting a whole bunch of free stuff with it. And you get to be a member of my team, and there's so many added perks to that. If you have questions about the starter kit and being a member of my team, please be sure to reach out, and I'd be happy to talk you through that. Okay, if you were to go to my online, my website, the link is above, and click on the join option, that will give you further details about the starter kit. Another reminder is this awesome Hello Pumpkin fall themed treat paper pumpkin. It's treat containers. I think there's 20, but you know me, I make alternate projects, and I think I repeat myself every week. You want to subscribe before September 10th to receive this awesome Hello Pumpkin fall paper pumpkin kit. And this is the Gilded Autumn. My to-do list was taped to the back of my book. This is the Gilded Autumn Suite. All these amazing projects that are in the catalog. And this is it up close and personal. Here's the stamp set, Beautiful Autumn, and it's got two-step stamping. Beautiful greetings. I absolutely love this greeting. My heart is grateful for you. My heart is grateful for all of you and for all of you being here this morning and always. So awesome things there. I did not take time to print out my little sampler sheet, but you can see here, these are all the designer series papers within. And of course it coordinates with Early Espresso, Cajun Craze, Crumb Cake, Very Vanilla, Mint Macaron, and of course there are 3 different brushed metallic foils within this product suite as well. And these adorable acorns, which I've yet to use. I should have incorporated one into the projects that I had today, and maybe I will add it to the one project that I can make. They're pretty heavy, so putting them on a card, I wouldn't, unless you're sending the card, or not sending the card, you're handing the card to someone or putting it in a gift package. I don't know if I would actually mail those. They're pretty heavy, but putting it on a bag that you create or packaging or something like that definitely would be a great option. So let me get this out of the way without making a mess. And again, you have this beautiful ribbon. I believe it is, I don't have the page, I did have the page open. Where is it? Let's say, I think it's copper. So you have copper ribbon, and it's kind of a coarse, hard, it's for me, it's really hard to tie a bow with this unless I have enough in my hand to grasp. And this is very soft mint macaron ribbon. It's kind of got kind of a weave, soft woven texture to it. So there's those. We're going to use those in our projects today. And of course, I mean, this product suite is so amazing. You have these coordinating punches. You have the acorn, the oak leaf, and the maple leaf punches that coordinate one with the designer series paper, and it also coordinates with the stamps. So, hi Shayla. Good morning, everyone. Hi Rachel. It's not morning for Rachel. Good evening. Thanks for being here. Rachel watches from Australia. It's so nice. Hi Ray. Good morning. All right, so we're going to get started, and this is probably, we're going to start with this card here, and I'll give you all the measurements, and hopefully I have them in the order that I have, no, of course not, in my little book here with all my notes. So let me flip to the right page. This one is Hey There. Nice, send a card to a friend or a family member. So this, I've incorporated almost all of the colors within this designer series paper. So all the coordinated colors. We have Early Espresso, Mint Macaron, Cajun Craze, and Crumb Cake in this. And it's really simple measurements, simple stamping. Of course, it's two-step stamping, so if you were encouraged to want to use your Stamparatus, you could do so. But because they're all kind of in different directions, I'm going to pass on using that this morning. All right, so we have a very vanilla, thick card base, which I recommend if you're using Whisper White or Vanilla as a card base, that you use the cardstock that is thick. I'm going to grab my bone folder. It's so nice that I actually put things away last night. I was on a crafting frenzy yesterday. I already have all my projects done for next weekend. So exciting. And I'll share with you what I'm going to use next weekend for my Sunday Live with MJ. All right, so this piece of paper, designer series paper, is 1.5 by 5.5. We are literally going to take the lid off of our Stampin' Seal first and advance it a little, and we're just going to not have problems with it today. Slow down. Slow and steady wins the race usually. I have to keep that in mind with this new adhesive. You guys are probably sick and tired of me talking about my struggles with the adhesive. So that gets lined up to the edges of your card base like so. And oh, I probably should have stamped first. Did you see what I just did? Ugh. All right, I'm going to peel this off and act like I didn't do that. And I'm going to flip the card over. Actually, we're good. I'm so sad right now. Sorry. got carried away talking. That's why I need to pay attention to what I'm doing instead of worrying about other things. Let me just get this adhesive off. I wish Stampin' Up! Would still sell these adhesive erasers. I think you can find them online. I hate to promote other products, but if we don't carry it, you got to get it somewhere. This thing is like so amazing. Okay, I'm glad that I didn't ruin the front of that card. All right, let's get back to what I was trying to do without making mistakes. I have to make at least one or two or it wouldn't be real, right? Got to keep it real. Okay, so early espresso, and I'm going to stamp some outlines. We're going to come in here, just stamp a few outlines randomly. And every card is going to be different because it's just a random stamping on here. And I need my Cajun Craze. Brand new Cajun Craze. Haven't even used it yet. Finally have almost all of the new ink pads. I have 2 that are being shipped. Very exciting. I love the new style because they fit in my Stampin' Up! Storage, which is super exciting. I love my storage. It keeps everything handy, close to me. Okay, so I actually, you can see here that the outline of the maple leaves are darker than what's on the inside. So when you come in and fill in, you want to stamp off. And remember, these are photopolymer, and you want to use, when you have a brand new photopolymer stamp set, you want to use your some cushion underneath your Stampin' Pierce mat, because that will give you the added cushion. You can also use the mat that comes in your Stamparatus, that foam mat. Okay, so you can see that I got those in there just a lighter tone, so you can still see the outline. Because until your photopolymer stamps are seasoned, in a sense, they may not leave a complete image because it doesn't have that added cushion. I hope that makes sense for you. All right, so we got some crumb cake for this little piece of, it looks like wheat. And I'm just going to randomly toss those in there. Kind of all around, right there. And maybe right there. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't looks like a jumbled mess at the moment, but we're going to get it. And then I want to grab my mint macaron for the inside of the other leaves. And this is full color. And steady hand, you just want to line that up. I find that doing when the darker shade first, so no matter how you're filling the doing the two-step stamping. Oh, there's something on my stamp. You want to do the darker shade first so that you can see where you're stamping with the lighter shade. Sometimes it works in reverse, but more often than not, that's how I work that. All right, now you can come in here, put a little more tape on this with your piece of cardstock and line that up. So I didn't do too bad. I didn't wreck the paper. No major catastrophes. Thank goodness that this tape, before it gets really adhered, thank goodness that it has a little forgiveness at first. I'm going to come in here and just trim off this little excess right here. All right, now we're good, right? Okay. Only thing left to do is stamp my sentiment, and this piece of Very Vanilla is 1/2 inch by 1.5. That's stuck to my finger. And that gets stamped in Early Espresso. And for me, it's never too early for an espresso. Sorry, poor humor. That's like a total dad joke, Aaliyah would say. All right, got that. And I wanted to share with you, I'm also incorporating additional products because I absolutely love the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I'm going to come in here. Sorry for reaching in front of the camera. Just want to get my stamps out of the way so I don't wreck anything else. Oh, we need to put this piece on. This piece of the brushed, can you see it's kind of got a brushed tone to it? There's brass, copper, and gold in the brushed metallics. And this is 1/4 by 5.5. So I'm going to put a little bit of, gently, I don't even want to dare use Tombow because knowing me, I'll have it all over. Just come in here and you're going to try to not get that adhesive on the reverse side because it will dull the metallic. And that gets lined up. I think it's flush to the edge of the other piece, like so. And of course you can come in and trim off the excess there as well. Sorry, I almost forgot that step. So you have that, okay? Now we got our tiny little bow in linen thread that I've already done. I'm going to grab my Stitch So Sweetly dies, which I have here, and I'm going to use, these are these awesome scalloped rectangles, and these labels here, absolutely love them, and they're all stitched. So they're, I just love the stitched effect of the dies. I'm going to come in here with my new machine that I love so much. I can't even express how much I love this machine. Actually, I probably can. And that goes here. So we have layer 1, 2, 3. Place your paper down and your die and grab the other number 3 when you find it, because you moved it somewhere. Oh, I'll know where it is. Come in with the other number 3, sandwich that together and run that through. I had a little mishap when I was planning. I don't know if y'all saw my announcement. Oh, yes, Rachel. I absolutely, hi, Tammy. I absolutely love every part of the suite, but I also am a fall girl. I love everything about fall. I'm that person that people get annoyed with about pumpkin spice. I will drink pumpkin spice all year round if I could. Pumpkin spice coffee. Yeah, anything caffeinated, pumpkin spice, I'm on it. And I forgot what I was saying previous to that. I got sidetracked, but it'll come back to me. Oh, the stamp cut and emboss machine. I run my images, even the detailed images, dies through this once, and it's perfect. I don't even have to struggle going through 2 or 3 times to get the image to do what I want it to. So I absolutely love it. Okay, this just gets adhered with my seal onto the top of this. It's perfect measurement, so you can still see that stitching around the sentiment. And we're going to grab a glue dot. And honestly, I like to use my paper pumpkin glue dots when I have tiny little things like that, but I think I put them all away. Let me grab my Take Your Pick tool and my roll of glue dots, and I'm just going to fold one over. Maybe. And put that there. And grab my ribbon, my twine, linen thread, sorry. And that goes right there. And right there you have your sentiment piece. So cute. Hi, Michael. Hi, Barb. And that is going to get adhered there with some dimensionals. Probably 2 is plenty. If I were alone, I'd probably use 4. And I know I'm covering up part of the stuff that's behind there, but that's okay. Look, I covered up every single piece of that. I didn't stamp that far enough, so I'm going to put this one out here, up here, so that you can still see that piece of crumb cake stamp there. I'm such a goober. I didn't stamp far enough out to the center of my card. So there's the first project. Fun stuff. All right. What else? Don't forget, I have to announce who the winner was of last week's prize patrol as well. All right, this is another fun card. I tried to keep these. I wanted to showcase the designer series paper in this product suite because I'm so in love with it. We have, let me flip to the right page for this one. This is my thank you card. And this is a very vanilla base, same measurement as before, which I probably didn't share. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And grab your bone folder. Make sure I don't miss steps here. There's that. That can be set aside. We're not doing anything with that until we have the top thing all set. All right, so we have to do some stamping. We need our thank you stamp, the pine cone outline, the outline of the oak leaf, and I need to clean, nope, same color. How smart was that? All right, so the first thing I want to do is stamp my sentiment to the bottom right-hand corner, and I'll share all the measurements of the other pieces of paper as I go along. All right, so we have thank you and early espresso down here in the bottom corner. I love photopolymer stamps because you can see where you're stamping. And then we have our pine cone, which is just going to go right above in the center, like so. And we are all set with early espresso. I'm going to grab Cajun Craze and the maple leaf. And that goes here, like so. And then I need a crumb cake. You can tell that ink pad is new because it's hard to close. If you have issues with that, you can use a little chapstick on the edge and it will help it move through. I know that seems weird, but it will help. And there's that with the crumb cake. And I'm just trying not to break a nail. Okay, I know that's silly. All right, so now we have all these other pieces. The stamping is important because then it allows you to know where to place your other pieces. Now these squares are from the Designer Series paper and they are 1 1/4 inch squares. And I just cut them with my paper trimmer. I didn't use anything fancy. You certainly can use squares from your stitch squares or your square label, your square, what am I trying to say? Layering squares. I don't have those. I always thought to myself, why do I need the layering squares if I can just cut a square? But I get very upset when I see projects that use the scalloped square and I don't have them. So probably a purchase in my future. We'll see how that goes. I'm like all in love with all this stuff that I have here that I need to play with right now. So I want this to line up with the bottom square, so I'm going to move this over some. I probably should have moved this a little bit further over, because I don't want it to cover. When I lay the next one down, I don't want it to cover the words. So this is kind of in the same position as this one. I should have moved them a little closer, but that's okay. No big deal, right? All right, so actually it might be a big deal, but so you know I'm pulling that off and fixing it, right? They need to be symmetrical. There we go. Now we're good. Then we're going to grab this other piece that is, and every time I look at this, it looks crooked to me, but it's not. It's just the design of the paper, and that's the reverse side. This piece is 3/4 by 4 inches. And of course, the top layer for your card is 4 by 5 1/4. Just going to put some snail on there. That's, oops, not snail, seal. How many of you do that? Still refer to your adhesive as seal or snail. Cut off the excess, like so. And you have that. We're going to come in and we have scrap pieces of all the brushed metals, and now you can get a closer eye view of those. They're not, they look so similar, but you can see it now, like these are a little bit different in color. And of course that's the copper. And we're going to grab our punches and we're going to punch one of each. And it doesn't matter which is which. The other day I was making something, yesterday I was making something, oops, I don't need all acorns. I was making something and I punched something and it flew right into my coffee. I don't know what it is with me and my coffee lately and things flying into it. At least it wasn't a fly. I could pick it out and still drink my coffee. Oh, goodness. If it's going to happen, it'll happen to me, probably. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we have these. But the first thing I want to do to make my life easier, so I used a different ribbon on this, and I just wanted to share with you that the versatility in the products in Stampin' Up, you can incorporate other ribbons that are in other product suites. And I want to say this is with that plaid tiding suite, and it is really pretty ribbon, soft and delicate. I mean, it's very soft woven ribbon. And it matches both of the product suites. So, good morning, Anne. Yeah, Ray, I love the fall stuff too. Okay, so there's that. But the first thing I want to do, and I'm going to hope because I have the mint macaron in here, that this is going to look nice. And I think it will kind of add a little bit of added color to the front of your card. The ribbon piece is, I want to say, about 12 to 14 inches. Since we are only tying a knot, we're just going to, you don't have to adhere it anywhere, just tie your knot. We're going to do that first, and then we'll adhere it. We'll adhere it to the card front, and then we'll do the rest of the embellishing with the pieces I punched out. Excuse me. After we get this where we need it. So there's your knot. I think that one came out better than the original. That looks really cute there. Okay, and my ribbon scissors are amongst the missing. There they are, right where they're supposed to be. It's because they're not laying around. It threw me off. They were in my cup. So just angle the ends. And there is that piece. So now we can come in, and of course it's going to require dimensionals, and I'll be modest. Now put some along the side, kind of space it out okay. And I'll just put 9 on here. Some people only put 5, but all right. Sorry I'm missing comments. Yes, I love the mint too, Lori. It really adds just a added, I think I like the mint better, to be honest. I guess that's why it goes with the suite. But it does, it's nice that you can incorporate other product if you don't have everything from the suite. And then you just adhere that to the card front, like so, with dimension. I do that when you use the same color card base so that you can see that there is a little added pop there. It kind of gives it, how do I want to say it? I mean, I know it gives it dimension, but excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. It lets you know that there's more than just that one base layer there. Okay, that goes there. And I'm just using my mini dimensionals for the backs of these, and there's really no more room than putting one on there. If you're concerned with that, then certainly you can use the, you can cut bigger strips or something so it kind of covers the entire, or whatever. Where's my, I pulled that up and got adhesive under here. Everything's sticking to everything. Okay. All right, and there's card number 2. Simple, right? Oh, thank you, everyone. So exciting. All right, so I keep thinking I have leaves down there that are die cut or punched out, and I don't. All right, next project. Really simple, but yet cute. Here's our next project. Basic, not too strenuous, right? All right, this is, I wanted to feature how the punches coordinate with a designer series paper. So I have a scrap of that designer series paper. I have a piece of this ribbon that is, let me find my notes. The ribbon, the mint ribbon is 3 1/4. The copper ribbon is 2 1/4. And I am using Cajun Craze. It's probably the only time I use this color is during the fall. Now, I want this to be straight. So we have a card base that is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm looking for my stamp. Definitely want to make sure your stamp, because it's long and it's photopolymer, is straight on your block. So what I'm going to do is line it up on my grid paper. And it looks like the day is a little wonky. Not in general, just on my stamp. That's better. All right. Always use your grid paper to test things. Now I want this in the center, like right about here. And that's all the stamping you're going to do. Simple enough. There is a little bit of a technique I want to share with you with the ribbon. You can actually fray this ribbon by pulling the fibers out. And I'm just going to do that to one end, and I'm just going to come in here, cut that off, stretch that out a little bit, and you can do it more if you want to have that frayed end. I like that we can mess with ribbon like that. Oh, looks like I'm pulling too much fiber out. All right, I better stop. Move that out of the way, trim that again so it's all even. And this is really simple. You're just going to add some adhesive to the back side of your ribbon, and that is just going to lay right on there. I want it to line up with the words. That might actually be too long. Let me just cut that like so. The other ribbon, you want to make sure one side has the kind of an angled cut. And I'm going to come in here and try to add some adhesive. You could put this on with glue dots, which maybe I'll do that instead because I don't want to fight with that. Take your pick tool and just going to put a couple on there. Like so, and come in here and lay that strip down. Now remember, it doesn't have to go all the way to the end because you are going to cover that end up with the embellishments. I'm just going to trim this. Maybe you don't need 3 1/4 or 3 1/2. Maybe you can just get away with, oh, it's 3 1/4. Maybe you can just get away with 3 inches of your mint ribbon. I'm just going to trim that off. Okay. Now we're going to come in with our punches, and we're going to punch out. You see how that lines right up? We're going to punch out an acorn, and we're going to punch a maple leaf, and you might have to finagle, so let's grab, we need 2 of these so we can punch this out. Sorry, I'm missing comments. Hi, Jen. Hi, Barb. Yes, the acorn is adorable. It's even, and stamping it is so cute. All right, come in here. I'm going to have to do some trimming of my paper so that I can get in there with my punch. And that's what you have to do, is you kind of have to cut around sometimes to be able to get in there with your punch. So there's that. And then we need the maple leaf. So I know I'm going to have to cut around this, so I'm just going to come in here and trim that. And some more, but I don't want to wreck this acorn because I can use that for something. And I just used my ribbon scissors, shame on me. And come in there. That's not even the color I want. I want the mint one. After all that, that's okay. And there's that. I love that dies and punches coordinate with the designer series paper. All right, now to build this, let's get this out of the way. I'm going to come in here and I want to layer these. Did I just lose? Just like that, I lost my maple leaf. How does that happen? There it is. It's on the floor. Trusty, take your pick tool. And I'm going to grab a glue dot and layer it on the end of the reverse side so I can pick these other leaves up. And if you want to build this on your, I don't want to move that yet, your silicone mat, it would be recommended so that you're not, it's not sticking to the paper like it is for me right now. So hopefully I don't have a huge mess when I try to pull this off. You can go ahead and add dimensionals. Peel the backing off. Grab that and put that on the end there, like so. Grab your acorn, and you're going to add a dimensional right to the base of the acorn. And a glue dot when you find them again to the other end, so you have enough adhesive to hold that. I'm going to grab a different glue dot on the other side. And then you can, it will stick to the ribbon and it will stick to the leaves right there. And I should have varnished this before I did all of that. Now my card is crooked, but that's okay. Oh, the struggle is real. And I did it on the inside of the card. Bear with me. And there is that card. Nice. Awesome. Looks like it's missing something, but it's not. Oh, it is. Actually, I Wink-a-Stella'd all those things. So let me grab my Wink-a-Stella, and I just ran some Wink. I struggle trying to get Wink-a-Stella out of my brush sometimes, and I just kind of coated those just to give it a little bit of bling. And there you go. That'll have to dry, but pretty. Okay, we have 2 more projects. Oh, I'm so excited. Those cards are great. The designs can be used for any occasion. We have to play with these layouts. Oh, yeah, definitely for any occasion. I like that about this stamp set. Just the fact that I can do thank you cards with it. Just ran my hand through some Wink-a-Stella. The fact that I can do an abundance of thank you cards with it makes me very happy. So, okay, next card. Actually, it's not a card. We are going to make something very simple. So I went to Bath & Body Works because I keep seeing all these fellow demonstrators and people, and not to mention I love all the fall scents, and so does my daughter, Aaliyah. We like the marshmallow pumpkin and the pumpkin latte and whatever pumpkin, whatever. And I found these cute little, and I actually need to find it. Hang on. Of course, they have sunflowers too. These cute little lotions, adorable. And of course, you know we have that sunflower set. So I did packaging for one, and I learned this from someone on Pinterest. So, and I can't recall who. I will share her name. Actually, it was Poodles. It was Poodles Paper Crafting, Sam Hammond. And she is in the UK, and she is an amazing 3D project maker. So I kind of took her design and ran with it to put those lotions in these cute little packages. So this is the one we're going to make today, because inside I have to show you, because I only bought one of them, but I have to get more. So you have a tag that is free standing, in a sense, on this packaging. Inside, how beautiful does this coordinate with our autumn stuff? It is sweater weather. And it smells so yummy. So we're going to replicate this design, and it's really super easy. I couldn't get over how easy it was, aside from the decorating of everything. You need a piece of paper, and let me grab my instructions so I tell you all this right. You need a piece of paper that is 6x4, and I have not scored it yet, so let's grab our scoring tool. You can use your paper trimmer as well. This is just my preference. Okay, on the long side, you're going to score this. You need to know the measurements. It's 6x4. And this is, although this is a design, everything is kind of scattered in every direction. So you don't have to worry about the designer series paper being a certain way, like I did with this one. I had to make sure I was scoring in the right spot with that one. So the first score line is 7/8. And then you're going to turn it so the 7/8 score line is closest to the top. So you're going to score first at 1/2. And that's all the way down. And then you're going to score at 2 1/4. all the way down. And then you see that you have that score line. Well, I need this to be the bottom of the packaging that is going to create that fold, that square fold. So I need to add 2 more lines, but only need to add them to the base, up to the line that is scored here. So those score lines, the partial score lines, are 1 3/8, and just go to that top line. And the next one is 3 1/8, and just go to that top horizontal score line. So you have 4 lines at the top here, and they're pretty much, these 4 panels is what you're going to need, and I'm going to do some trimming on this panel here. So I'm not sure which way you can see the score line better, but I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, so of course you want to come in and you want to crease the folds that are a full line, like so. Just varnish those creases. And there you have it. And then you come into the top one on the short side, and there you have it. Now you still have those ones that we are not going to fold because we're just going to cut those. So you want to grab your paper snips, and we're going to come up to those that top line with these strips after you get the paper off your scissors. Like so. These are great gifts for, I mean, imagine using them for stocking stuffers with holiday paper, or even little thank you gifts, or a wedding favor, party favors of some sort. It's just really, really, even like little thank you gifts or office gifts. And for me, I'm going to need a bunch of little treats for people, for different occasions. Well, we all would, but just to say thanks. Now, I like to use my tear and tape for 3D projects. I have used my Seal Plus, and that's fine to use as well. You can use Tombow for 3D projects as well. I think this just gives me a little bit more, I don't know what it does, but those other 2 adhesives also work wonders for 3D projects. So you're going to put adhesive down on the little flap here, and you're going to do it on this first flap and this second flap. And hopefully I got my flaps right. I'm just going to curve those in, and I like to make sure I have a couple strips on there just to make sure it's all good. Okay, now we are going to first take off the backing to this adhesive. And I'm sure I'm going way over today because I have another 3D project. But actually these 3D projects and these cards were not as, now you're going to flip this over, we're not really detailed and over the top for, you know, stuff like that. So you have that. There's your box, your little, okay? And then in order for it to give it that kind of curvature there, that is when you adhere these together. Looks like I'm going to stick a little glue dot right there because I didn't get adhesive all the way down. Hang on, that's not playing nice. Okay, I want to put a little glue dot in there just to make sure that's secure. Well, I wish a really strong breeze would come through the windows right now because, whew, it's sweater weather outside, but it is hot in this house. Hot. Of course, you know, menopause doesn't help. Sorry, I said it. Hi, Marva. So, all right. So now we're going to peel these off. Now you want to make sure you know where your seam is because the seam needs to go in the back of your packaging. So keep that in mind. You don't want to see the seam. I mean, granted, it's on the side. So my seam is here. So what I want to do is finish off. I'm going to make sure that I am, yes. So what I want to do is lay this one down, then this one, and that one. Yeah, that'll work, I guess. I probably should have done something different, but just make sure where your last flap is towards the where you want it, the back to be. And I think I missed that, but that's okay. Maybe you're not as particular as I am with stuff like that. So, all right, so another thing, like I'm finding, maybe you need to put adhesive on all these flaps, because I'm finding that, and you'll notice, see how this is kind of moving on me? I don't want that to happen. I'm just going to stick a glue dot there so it stays where I'm putting it. And then that. Simple enough. That's how you're doing the base of it. Okay? I forgot to do something. That's okay. We can still do it, hopefully. Before you do all that, you need to cut your tag topper. This is the delightful tag topper. And I'm going to pray this fits in there. Oh, yeah, we're good. Now, because it's not really 2 inches or, you know, 3/4 or whatnot, you're going to have to position that and then punch that out. And you should do that before you start assembling the bottom, but we're good. We didn't wreck anything. Okay. Shoo, that was close. All right, so now we also are incorporating, which I took them yesterday to use for something else. Let me find my stitched shapes. I'm going to use the smallest stitched circle. Say that 10 times fast. Go. Oh, my coffee's getting cold. Okay, so I'm going to just pull this out of there. This is what we're building. So again, we're going to grab that designer series paper, which we have right here. And somewhere I already punched an acorn, but I don't know where it went flying. All right, so we are going to, I need a maple leaf, and we're going to do some stamping. The stamps actually come from one of the, let me think. Oh, it comes from the bigger stamp, so I'll show you how to do that. We're going to do some masking. Okay, so I have my maple leaf. I need, grab some scissors. I don't want to ruin anything, but I want these 2 pieces. All right, see if I can fit this in there. I want a mint oak leaf. Wouldn't it be pretty if oak leaves really were mint? Wow, wouldn't that be beautiful? If they turned to that color. I'm just hoping we have some fall foliage this fall with all of the lack of rain. Makes me sad to look outside and see trees that are actually dying from thirst versus changing in fall colors. It's really sad. All right, now I don't know if I'm going to have enough leg room for this, but I'll do my best. I actually wanted to have family portraits done this summer, or I'm sorry, this fall, in hopes that there would be fall foliage, but we might have to just do it with what we got and not worry about it, right? So, okay, so I'm going to set these aside. I have scraps of Very Vanilla, and I have scraps of Cajun Craze, and I'm using the layering circles and the stitch shape dies, and it's the smallest circle. I am also using the Tasteful label dies that are in Good Taste, part of that product suite, and I'm going to use this largest stitched scalloped die for the frame of my sentiment. So what I want to do first is stamp. And you have this stamp that has "My heart is grateful for you," and I just want to use the 4 and I want to use the U. Okay? And I did this so you could learn that you don't need to have another stamp set in order to have something just say, you know, "for you," because that's not in the stamp set. So I'm going to grab, this is awesome. You can color your stamps with Stampin' Write markers. I do not recommend you doing that with your alcohol-based markers, especially photopolymer, because it can ruin your stamp. So don't do that. Use your Stampin' Write markers, and it is very hard to color photopolymer stamps. Sometimes if they're not seasoned and all that, the ink just kind of pools, but you can see that I am able to color on my stamp. And I'm going to stamp that right in the center, just like so. And actually, it's not masking, you're coloring your stamp. I'm going to grab my cleaner, clean that off. Make sure there's no residue of ink from my cleaner, because that probably needs to be cleaned too. Come in here with the brush tip again of your Stampin' Write marker and color the U. Oh, I went outside the line. When you do that, you're going to have to clean it again. Last thing you want to do is mess up what you got going on. All right, let's try that again. Make sure I have everything covered there for that word. And you can come in and stamp that right underneath, like so. And you have for you, okay? Now that you have that done, you can come in with, because you got to do some die cutting, grab all your dies, grab that awesome machine. And something I don't have yet is the magnetic platform. And it's my understanding it is amazing because it's one flat magnet that is a layer. It's not a separate thing. So we're going to do our best, and because it's just a couple of words, I should be okay running this through using this. I will let you know the other magnetic platform with the old machine does work. I would rather have what was made for this machine because it's so much less, takes up less space, and it's a full magnet. So again, we have layer 1, 2, 3, and then layer 3 again on top. And I framed that to the side because we're going to decorate with the Autumn Designer Series paper on the side, those punched pieces. And again, I'll show you what this looks like. I don't want to lose my dies. And this is that beautiful, it's got that beautiful stitching around there. So cute. And the scalloped, it's really pretty. Okay. Oops. All right, so this just gets layered together. And then I have to grab a punch. This just gets layered together, and then I'm going to come in here with my Crocodile. Now, Stampin' Up! Used to sell punches, and I have one, but I prefer to use this because it is so much easier going through 2 pieces of paper. This thing will go through chipboard, it will go through all kinds of stuff. So I like to have it on hand. I know it's not Stampin' Up! Product, but I have to use something if I want to punch a hole in it, right? Stampin' Up! Does have the triple punch, which is, let me just find it. I have this open because I wanted to show you the punches I'm using. Stampin' Up! Does have this trio punch, detailed trio, and you can do a hole that way. And there's some other things you can punch holes with as well, which I'll show you as well because I'm going to use that next. Okay, so we have these layered pieces, and these 2 are just going to get adhered with glue dots. You just put a glue dot on the end, and that can come in right there. And then this one, I love that you can just use the paper to embellish your leaves and stuff. Like so, and then this gets a dimensional, and I think there's the big one will fit on the acorn. Yes, it will. More coverage, less chance of going anywhere on you, like so. And there's your tag. Actually, I could have moved these a little bit closer, but that's okay. No worries. And then we have, I think I was going to use this on it this time instead of, again, I was showing you versatility, and this is part of the Forever Greenery Suite, or you can buy it separate. I think it's a trio pack of ribbons. I could be mistaken, but that is in the holiday catalog as well. No, it is in the annual catalog, the Forever Greenery, and it's a trio pack of ribbons, I believe. So that's just some versatility. It's very vanilla. It coordinates with this product suite. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to cut a generous piece of this, even though people may cringe, and I'll just save whatever's left. I struggle tying bows with this because it's stiffer. You want to come in, you want to angle the end because it's easier to feed this through. So angle it through here. So obviously you know I need some more lotion, so I can put that in here, right? And I think you can even fit like Hershey Kisses in there, you know, the fall colored Hershey Kisses. That'd be cute too. Doesn't have to be lotion. I just thought lotion because I saw that one when I stopped at the mall the other day, and love that. And it smells nice too. So we grabbed a few to make these. And of course my daughter stocked up on all her favorite fall soaps and all that good stuff. I wanted to grab some Halloween stuff, themed stuff, but I didn't because I see so many great ideas out there with that Halloween stuff, and I'm just going to leave that on there like that because, but you can trim that. Actually, if I have to untie it, I'm not going to want to tie it back up if I don't have enough slack. Okay. And there's that. So you can put your little lotions in there. There's cute little packages like so. Fun stuff. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. Set that aside. But yeah, so definitely Bath & Body Works. But I think you can even find the same similar package, these lotions. I mean, I know they sell stuff like this at the Dollar General. I just got this because, one, I love Bath & Body Works, but it also coordinates with the products. And I like to coordinate the stuff I put in my packaging that, you know, I kind of package for the product in a sense. And I just kind of liked it. So, but like the Dollar General and stuff like that have little samplers of lotion that are similar packaging that you could use in the bag I just showed you. Okay. And what is fall without coordinating chocolate? Hello, found these, have leaves on them, Crunch bars. They match the metallic look of packaging, and we are going to build something really quick. And there, so I have 3 of those Crunch bars from Big Bags of Candy I bought. And then I'll show you another card that I'm not making. I'm just going to show you it. Here's that Celebrate Sunflowers, if you haven't seen it. I have yet to play with this set, and I keep seeing, of course, other people use it, and that. I did make a lion card with the dies once. It was really cute, but there's that, and that's a bundle, or you could buy the entire suite. I got stuff going on here. So here is a cute little gift we're making. It's that 2x2 little box, acetate box, quick and simple to make. I'm going to get my kit here. This looks like I purposely didn't cut ribbon because I didn't want to cut too much off. So we'll use it from the spool. That way you don't have any waste. I tend to waste ribbon, but all right, let's get to this instruction. So I'm telling you all the good stuff. All right, so this piece of Designer Series paper is 1.5 by 9, and you can create the score lines either by folding it around the box, or I will tell you where to score it with your scoring tool. And of course, I have paper shred that I'll need, and that is just a brownish kind of color. Almost looks like soft suede or a darker tone of crumb cake. And it actually was from the Dollar Tree. They have tons of different colors, and I usually get some shred to make my gifts. Stampin' Up! One year did sell shred, and it was like one of the berry burst colors, and it had silver, and I think it had white. It could have been very vanilla, I'm not sure, but I wish that I guess if you really wanted to get into it, you could get yourself a paper shredder and shred your cardstock. I'm not doing that, but you could, so that you have coordinating stuff. So this, I just crease all of the folds like so, and that way, when I want to put it together, these are really easy to assemble. You literally put in the one that has the notch, you put in these 2 pieces, the side panels, they click right in place, and then that one clicks on top of it and it holds it all together. You may need to just come on the inside and reinforce those, but there you go. You have your cute little box. This is so stinking simple. It's not even funny. You can make these for table favors, for fall gatherings. Even if you don't celebrate the holidays, you could have friends over and all that stuff to enjoy a meal. Although, you know, we're still social distancing and all that crap. Sorry, I said it. I miss people. I miss gathering. I miss stamping with friends. It's like starting to really wear on me. And I know that a lot of you feel the same way. Okay, I don't want to put these in facing that way because I want the flap to be in the back because I don't want to see the flap. All right, so we've put our paper shred in. We're going to close this and stays in there nicely. You got your little crunch bars in there, cute. Now you can take this and wrap it around and crease those edges. But if you don't want to do that, again, this piece of paper is 1.5 by 9. You can come in here and you're going to score at 1 1/4, 3 3/8, 5 3/8, and 7 3/8. And now you can come in, varnish those, and it's going to fold nicely right around if you get the right line there. And I'm not going to use my bone folder because you get the gist. All right. Now, this is a belly band. Because it's wrapped around the front, it's just going to slide right off. You're only adhering this strip to the back of this. Okay, so just put some adhesive right there. Now, we'll grab our stamp and seal. No biggie. We'll use that when we get to the end. All right, so we're going to start at the bottom. Our crunch bars are facing us. You're going to come back around like so. Grab your Stamp and Seal Plus. Put a little bit on the end there, and I went too far over. It's okay, just fold those over. No big deal. Come in here, and you are going to adhere that to the other piece. Now you want to make sure it's loose. You don't want it to be too tight or it's not going to move on you. So that you want that to be able to come right off so that they can get into there without ruining the packaging. You know, because what are they going to do with it afterwards? I don't know. Fill it and give it to someone else. I have no clue, but the point is to not ruin it. So that's that. That's my madness. All right, we're going to come in here again with our mint. And we are going to make sure this is flat to the base. And we're just going to come in here and we want to have enough to tie a knot. So I'm going to cut it right about there. And ribbon scissors, cut right there. I don't know how much that is, but you can just follow the same concept and wrap it around and measure by looking. And come in here. Make sure you're pulling the ribbon the way that it's landing so that it's, then you hold that one down. I already misplaced my finger. Hold that down and slide that. That's your flat knot. And I'm a little off, but that's okay. Who cares, right? It's a knot. Trim the ends so they're angled. I'm going to trim that a little bit more because, wow. There's that. Simple, right? How easy is that? Okay, you can make tons of these. Now we have our tag. Now this tag, we're going to use our pine cone and our thank you stamp, which I need to find. I have everything all over the place. I need that. Oops. I'm going to switch this over and put that there and grab my thank you stamp. And I probably need to clean these off. I know this one's okay because we're going to stamp that in early espresso. And I'll clean the other ones because I'm not sure what color is on those. I think that's mint, but I'll clean it anyway. All right. So we want our piece of Very Vanilla scrap, which I've already misplaced. Hang on. Yeah, I did misplace it. Okay, let me grab some. Okay, sorry about that. So we have Very Vanilla. I don't know what this is all scored for, but I'm going to use it. It looks like it's a piece of scrap from something. And I am going to incorporate the Label Me Fancy punch. And you can see on this, it also cuts little holes in the top if you need to use it for a tag, which I will end up doing. So I'm going to actually punch first, and then I will stamp on it. All right, and I think I grabbed the wrong, I think I have thick vanilla here, but that's okay. Then I want to come in. It gives you a place where you can center that. When you're going in, you see this little, it helps you center it by these lines. And I'm saying that, but it's way off. That's all right. But yeah, you can center it that way if you are better than me. In placing those things, eyeballing it. I struggle sometimes, obviously, but I'm sure you guys will do great. And plus, I'm in a hurry. Why am I in a hurry? Because I always am. I need to slow down. This whole COVID stuff was supposed to teach us how to slow down, but I seem to be struggling with that lately. So I guess because I'm just so excited about what I'm sharing with you that I just want to just share. Can't wait to share. All right, so we have the mint macaron that we stamped. This is the inside of that one leaf, but I'm not going to use the outline. So that would actually fill in that leaf stamp. And I want to come in with, now, before I said stamp your dark first with two-step stamping, this time I'm doing the reverse. If I can find the inside of... Oh, I didn't pull it out yet. Grab this, and I need a block. I used like almost every stamp in this set. Grab a block. So because this is the lighter color, and this is more detailed, and they're smaller, I'm gonna come in and do the lighter first. In hopes that, oh, that's really dark. I should have stamped off first. That's okay. Then I just stamped Early Espresso in my crumb cake ink pad. Fantastic. Okay. Some days are harder than others. Sorry, friends. All right. So now we have Early Espresso. And I did say come in with the lighter first. This time I'm doing the opposite. Like so. Shoo! Now, I still need to keep that Early Espresso out because now we're going to do some tricks to get the sentiment on there, because you can see that the thank you is actually one strip of the words. I actually want to come in, and I shut this and shouldn't have. I just want to ink up the thank and stamp that here. And I want to clean that off. Make sure there's no residue. Then I only want to stamp the U on here. Right there. And there you go. Thank you. Little thank you gift, right? Okay. Now, we'll set these aside. I have a mess to clean up. And we're going to grab our linen thread, which is another great thing to have on hand, because I'm going to cut about, I don't know, it's about 14 inches. My dog's trying to come in, and I'm sure this is way more than I need, and that's okay. I'm going to come in and feed this through. You probably could get away with just using 8 inches of this. We got this tiny little hole that we cut in there with the punch. We're gonna feed that through like so. We're gonna come in and add this tag. This is just a free floating tag, and how about we grab one of those cute little acorns, because I think this is the perfect package to add one of those on. So let's grab an acorn. These would be great as earrings, but they're even heavy for that probably. Slide that on there. Oh, that just added so much life to this. Love it. We're going to just add a knot in here so that our tag will just hang. Oh, my Lanta. And our ribbon scissors, cut off those ends. And look at that. We have that cute little acorn. Isn't that adorable? I love it. Love it. So there's our little gifts. Oh my gosh, I need to like make a ton of these. These would be cute little gifts for people at work. So, all right, there you go. There are those awesome, awesome projects. I really hope you enjoyed the projects today. Grab some of these down here. Again, you can receive all of these make and takes if you place a $35 order. And where's my other one? And we have that. Very nice. Love it. Hope you enjoyed this. Next week, I want to share with you what I am using in my projects. And they are all 3D projects next week. I am using the Celebration Tidings and the coordinating dies. And these dies, but not just that, I'm incorporating, let me find my holiday catalog. I am incorporating, because I did not get the dies and stamps to this yet, I am using the Magic in the Night Designer Series paper. I am using these beautiful iridescent, which are gorgeous. Seeing them on in the catalog does not do them justice. I don't even know if you can see the iridescent on there, but they're black and they have all this beautifulness to them, as well as the black glitter paper and that metallic mesh ribbon. And I got some techniques to share with you. I did not get the embossing folder or the bundle yet. I probably will get the bundle and this at a later date. I need to hurry because it is September. But this paper is absolutely gorgeous, and I just absolutely love what I was able to create with this. So I have 3 3D projects for you next weekend that are already done. And now that I just stuck that on a Post-it note, last week I made these 3 cards using the Pika Hoot and the Hoot, oh, those owls, those beautiful owls, cute little things for Halloween. And these are going to go to Valerie Halberian. And I'm sorry, Val, if I mispronounced your name, but these are yours and I have your address, so I'm going to send those out to you this week. I want to thank you all for being a part of my Sunday Live with MJ, and I hope that you enjoy your cool afternoon and the rest of the day and your extra day off. If you, thanks, Rosellen. If you work on Labor Day, I hope you still enjoy your day, and I hope your kids have, those of you with kids that are heading back to school, I hope they have a successful, healthy start of school. We are all going to get through this, and we are all going to stay well. That is the mission. All right, lovelies, I will talk to you again soon. Have a blessed day. Thanks for being here. Bye.